Hello, welcome or welcome back to the Yarn and Yarns YouTube channel. My name is Angela and all of the places you can find me should be linked in the description box below this video. I have a really short video for you today. I'm trying to catch up. I'm so behind with some of the draws for the make-alongs that we had as part of the channel over the last 6 months or so. And originally I was going to sit down and make one long video announcing all of the prizes from all of the draws and the make-alongs, and I've just had such a busy couple of weeks that I decided to make things a little bit easier for myself and be able to make sure that I'm more able and likely to get these videos recorded and uploaded by, instead of making one long video, I'm going to upload several shorter videos, because it's much easier for me to grab short moments of time for the editing and uploading of these videos. So today's video is going to be announcing the prize winners for our Gnome along, which happened last August and September, so that's how far behind I am. So apologies for only just getting this up together. I dropped the ball on a lot of things towards the end of last year, and this is one of them. But I hope you don't mind that I'm catching up now, and I've got 3 lovely prizes to announce. So if you joined in the Gnome along, then of course this is the video for you. If you didn't, it's only going to be a short one, and if you want to stick around and celebrate with the winners, then please do. So I have 3 prizes to draw for this make along, and I had entries on Ravelry. We had a finished object thread on Ravelry. I had a couple of entries via email, and I also had some entries on Instagram. As I mentioned, I'm trying to make things as easy on myself as possible. So for the Instagram posts, there were over 60 posts. Not all of them included finished objects, but I did assign a number to each of the Instagram posts. And what I did is, when I had the random number generator up, there was one instance where it picked a post that wasn't a finished object. So what I did was I went to the finished object that was closest to that post in date order, if that makes any sense whatsoever. It was just going to be much quicker for me to do it that way than to try and look through all of the posts and just pick out the finished object post and then assign each one of those a number. So yeah, probably quite a convoluted explanation, but just to say I have done this as fairly as I can, but also in a way that makes it slightly easier for me, and therefore more likely for me to be able to get this video recorded, uploaded and sorted out. So yeah, I hope you don't mind, and I hope you will take my word for the fact that I have done this as fairly as possible. So I have 3 prizes to announce altogether. I've got one finished gnome that I made for myself to give away from my hand spun yarn, and I've got 2 prizes of some mini skeins to give away, which could be used for future gnome projects. That's how I picked out the mini skeins and put these sort of little sets together. But of course you can use your mini skeins, if you're a winner, you can use your mini skeins for whatever project you like. You don't have to make a gnome. So let's get on with the winners. The first winner, and that is for the gnome prize. So this is a gnome that I knit myself from my hand spun yarn. It is, with the exception of the hands and the nose, entirely made from my hand spun yarn. The fibre that I spun up for the hat and the body for this one was actually gifted to me by a viewer of the podcast, so it's really nice to be able to be sending this out into the world. And I made 2 gnomes very similar to this, and I have kept one over on my shelf, and this one is going out as a prize today. So the winner of the gnome was pulled from Instagram, and it was a lovely post from Erin, who is Dufferin24, and I'll pop up a picture of Erin's gnome, and I think she named all of her gnomes. Erin knit quite a few, and I think this one was called Willard which made me chuckle. So I'll pop a picture of Erin's gnome up on the screen now. By the time this video is uploaded, I will have been in contact with all of the winners via the various platforms through which they won, and so I'm hoping that Erin will want to rehome my gnome. But of course I don't want to send things out into the world if people don't want them, don't need them. So I shall make sure before I send things out that people are happy to receive these. I know sometimes people want to just join in the make-alongs for the fun of the making, and so yeah, if for any reason any of these prizes aren't claimed, I shall pop back again and redraw. So I purchased 2 yarn prizes via with thanks to some lovely folks who donated over on Ko-fi. I tend to try and put as many donations or as much of the donation money that I receive via that platform into either improving the podcast via purchasing new equipment or for purchasing prizes for our make-alongs. So I purchased 6 mini skeins in total from the lovely Cartrev yarn. This is a beautiful Welsh produced yarn, and the company is run by my dear friends Jenny and Zoe, and I put together sets of 3 mini skeins. So this is the first one, and I chose what I thought was sort of some traditional Gnome colours. So there is blue, red and a neutral colourway here. To be used either for a gnome or, of course, it's winner's choice. You don't have to make a gnome. That's kind of what that was what was driving my thinking, but you can obviously choose to use your mini skeins however you wish to. And because the lovely Jenny and Zoe are super generous, they also sent me 2 of their little Cartrev drawstring project bags. So I'll be able to pop these mini skeins in the bag and send this out as a beautiful little prize package. So that was the first mini skein set, and the winner from that came from our Ravelry post, and it was the lovely Alendra who was drawn for that particular set of minis. And again, I'll put a picture of Alendra's finished gnome up on the screen for you to enjoy now. The second set of mini skeins that I put together, I went for something a bit more sort of foresty, a bit more neutral. So I went for the dark grey, the green, and again the beautiful natural, because I thought the natural makes a good colour for beards and arms, hands and things like that. Although of course you can use these in any way that you wish to. And the winner for that prize came from Instagram, and it was the lovely Helen of the Mousy Makes podcast here on YouTube. I'll pop a link to Helen's podcast down below. And Helen knit the most lovely pair of gnome mittens. So again, I'll pop a little picture of Helen's finished project on the screen for you to enjoy now. So I'm very happy. If Helen wants these, I will be sending these out again. I have another beautiful little project bag as well to send as a prize package. So yeah, as I say, I shall be contacting the winners directly. I have in the past asked people to contact me to claim prizes, but I've had quite a few prizes that have not been claimed for various reasons, and I'm not sure if it's just that people don't have time to watch every episode, or if people have seen and decided that they don't want to claim a prize. So I've decided my new way forward will be to contact people directly, and if I don't get a response either way, then I will redraw. And again, people will have the option to decide to pass on the prize if they want to, in which case I will redraw. The other thing that I'd like to say about my prize draws is if for any reason you are drawn for a prize and you can't use the prize offered, so for instance a lot of the prizes that I offer are wool-based yarns, because that in the main is what has been donated for our prize draws, but I know there are folks out there who can't use wool for various reasons. Then please don't be afraid to let me know that. I will be happy to swap out prizes for something that you will be able to use, or if you are worried, if you live outside of the UK and you're worried about being hit for customs duty and things like that, then I would be happy to think about substituting your prize and send you a pattern instead, because we can do that virtually. So please do bear that in mind when you join any of our make-alongs, that I want to make my make-alongs as inclusive as possible, and I'll always be happy to chat to you about prize alternatives if for any reason the prize that you have been offered is not suitable. So that's everything for today's little video. It's always a happy time to be able to send some love out into the world to say thank you for your enthusiasm for joining the make-alongs. The make-alongs and the interactions that I have here are one of my most favourite things about having this channel, and so it's nice for me to be able to send a little bit of love back out into the world to say thank you. I wish I could offer prizes to everyone who joins in, but of course that's not possible. But it's nice to be able to draw a few winners here and there. So I'm going to wrap up today. I'll be back again soon with some more content here on the channel. I hope you'll join me for the next video, but until we do get to spend time together again, I hope you get to do some of the things that you enjoy. Great big woolly hugs to you all. Bye for now.